Everyone, hope everything is going well. Today I'm going to talk about the Japanese yen, the US dollar index, the euro, and what I see ahead. Last video that I did, I talked about the US dollar index, and I thought that the US dollar index, if it were to go lower, that would bode well for stocks. And temporarily speaking, my mind still hasn't changed about commercial real estate, has not changed about the structural issues in our economy. And I just have to look at it from, evidence based. If the dollar index continues to rise up, I do believe that will be a headwind for stocks. But if it goes down, since we're at a stronger dollar, I mean, that should just make stocks rocket. And the blow off top that I thought would have been last year, well, this would be the catalyst for that. That's why I did not short my portfolio like crazy because I didn't see a blow off top. This could be the catalyst. Not telling you what to do though, right? You do what you want to do. And I've been looking at some top traders. I think he's a retired trader. He's a former member of the CME. Is Dale Pinkert. I just follow him recently because, I've put on some Forex positions betting against the US dollar, specifically the euro, the yen, and also Aussie dollar. Just getting my toes, dipping my toes in there, nothing crazy. I'm not doing even, they said normal positions like 100,000 units. I'm not even there yet. I will be, but right now, it appears that the euro is set to rally. And why does the euro matter? Because if you look at it of the dollar index, you can see here 108, it's down 1.17%. Look at the dollar index holdings, right? 57% euro, Japanese yen is 13%. So that's 70% of two currencies. Pound sterling, 81%. All three currencies. If you look at the Canadian dollar, 90% four currencies, US dollar. People talk about US dollar, oh, there's things going on in this third world country. Well, those countries don't matter in terms of the dollar index, really. What matters, these four, and then if you want to look at the Swedish krona or Swiss franc, 4.2 and 3.6% respectively. And I'm just observing. Dale thinks that euro is going to go to 112. So once again, if that does eventually happen for a counter trend rally, or could a Dixie be? Do some calculations based on the top of my head. Euros at what, 104, 112. So you're talking about dollar index close to 100-ish, around there, 99 to 101, whatever it is, right? Okay. I'm looking at that and, you know, take my bias out the window. That should be bullish for stocks in this blow off top scenario, in my opinion. Not telling you what to do once again. And you saw Catalyst this morning. You saw the election, but saw this, right? Wall Street Journal reports that Trump is planning to issue a broad memorandum Monday that directs federal agencies to study trade policies and evaluate U.S. trade relationship with China and America's continental neighbors. Okay, so I'm just looking at all of this and, looking at traders that, he nailed the dollar rally, like that 109, 1010, like, or 110. He got that and he's had experience. So I look at guys like this now and, once again, getting my feet a little wet in Forex, betting against the dollar. I do believe, though, in the next few years with the crash, dollar index could go to like 120 easily, in my opinion. Deflationary recession. But before we get there, I do believe there's a counter trend and will most likely help stocks and will most likely pump up markets. And you see futures right now, it's up almost 30 handles after hours. I'm looking at all this. I'm like, okay, I get it. Now there is the Bank of Japan this week, and they're going to raise rates most likely. What's going to happen to the yield? So finance lot, he's not right on everything, but some of the calls he makes are pretty damn good. Some of them are not. He thinks that rates are going to go higher in Japan. What will that do to the Japanese yen? That's the question. Is it going to be a deflationary spiral? I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, right? He says deflationary Asian financial crisis 2.0, forcing governments to dump treasuries before maturity, allowing the US to take them out of circulation. This will turn into an international banking crisis. That's what he thinks is going to happen. And could happen. And it's on my watch list. But, my strategy is every time I make money in the markets, I, take those profits and buy put options, right? That's what I'm doing. And initially, the weaker dollar, like I said, should help markets. But when push comes to shove, when the dollar reverses itself and goes back up, especially with commercial real estate issues, especially with the yen carry trade could unwind, right? That's what I'm looking at. What happens if the yen carry trade unwinds significantly? There's trouble in the air once that happens because the weaker yen right now, the yen is rallying just a little bit after hours. But what happens if it rallies significantly? It will impact the markets, in my opinion. What has been putting liquidity into the markets? It's the huge deficit, right? You get all that funny money printed up. Has to go somewhere. You have the liquidity from reverse repos. That has to go somewhere. I don't think they updated the reverse repo holding today, but I've showed you this many times. 118 billion while Bitcoin was going up. Like, you're out of basically, figuratively speaking, ammunition for liquidity. So weaker dollar, and yeah, reverse repo is going to zero. Sure, we could have a little more upside in these markets, but once again, my strategy is not changing. Take the longs and buy put options with those profits. And short dollar for now. For me, I'm not telling you what to do. And then afterwards, dollar is going to most likely rip higher, setting the stage up for this deflationary wave. But we shall see. Anyways, let me know your thoughts about this. I'll talk to you later. See ya. Bye.